and his manager was pissed at him and apologized to the other team. Fucking stupid.
I mean, it just reaffirms that baseball's for pussies.
On this episode of the KD Sports Talk, we're getting the old heads out of fucking baseball. I'm fucking done with it. I don't even care anymore. Like, this is the dumbest shit ever. Okay? I can't. If my manager ever fucking apologized to the other team because I hit a home run, I'm fucking done. Trade me now. This is fucking stupid.
So why don't you tell them about what you're actually talking about?
Because I don't know exactly what's going on.
Okay, so
that's good to talk about.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who they were.
I can't remember the name.
The White Sox were beating the crap out of this team, and I think it was
shit.
It was like 11-0.
They were up 11. I know that much for sure. They were up.
I'm pretty sure it was 11-0. And Yerman Mercedes, who's a rookie for the White Sox, big guy. He's been tearing it up this year. Had a 3-0 count. And there's the unwritten rules of baseball when you're up 3-0 in a count, you take strike three when when the game's over, pretty much. Well, instead Yerman Mercedes took advantage of a fastball right down the pipe and sent it over the seats for, I believe it was a grand slam as well. And his manager apologized to the other team.
Tony La Russa. It is Tony La Russa. I was right.
Yeah, Tony La Russa. Yeah, apologized to the other team's manager for Mercedes doing that, which has since then had his teammates support him on Twitter, telling him to keep doing what he's doing, which is kind of funny that they pretty much just put the middle finger up to their manager like that. But and you say get the old out of baseball. Ever. Well, Russa's 70s probably.
Dude, did you see the video of him? He looks like he's dying at the fucking podium.
Yeah, he was the manager for the Cardinals 20 years ago, and he looked like death then.
Yeah, it was. I get onto Twitter, I scroll on Twitter all fucking day now, thanks to this fucking podcast. And the first thing I see when I pull it up is Tony La Russa, it's dead ass, just sitting at that fucking podium, and I read the caption from Barstool saying that he is talking about the guy hitting the home run up 11 with a 3-0 count, and I'm listening to him, and he is legitimately upset. Like, he says he's gonna get reprimanded for doing this. He says it's never gonna happen again because it's a learning experience, and he sent a message to the other manager apologizing for him doing this. And I can't wrap my head around it. Like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. If my manager is not jumping up for joy when I smack a fucking home run at any point in the game, on any count, I don't give a shit if I'm getting a sign from the third base coach telling me to fucking sit on my ass and not swing at a single pitch, and I hit a home run, I better be getting praised the whole fucking time. I don't want to hear bullshit about it. Not until tomorrow when you say, hey, listen, man, I understand what you did. You got a home run, so good on you. But when you're getting that take sign,
right,
at least take the first one, okay? If you feel like he's going to pitch it again to you, then take it. But
yeah. I mean, I could understand if La Russa came out and was mad. If you explained it as he was mad because we gave him the take sign and he didn't take it. He's a rookie.
He did say that in the press conference.
Okay. Well, then I don't think he's mad that he hit the home run.
No, he is.
I think he's mad. Because if he would have swung and missed it, he'd been mad at him because he just swung at it. I think he's mad at him because, hey, I'm your manager. I've been around baseball for 40 years. I give you a take sign, you freaking take it. I don't give a crap if you just hit a grand slam or whatever the unwritten rule is. I think that was more of the point. But I agree. It happened last year with Fernando Tatis Jr. They were winning huge. I forget who he was pitching against. What's that?
My favorite player, by the way.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's amazing. And they're just beating the crap out of this team, 3-0 count, and he freaking launches one over the fence for a grand slam. celebrating the whole time, and then they gave him crap about the pitcher was upset, and he just told the pitcher, "Hey, then don't throw me something down the middle 3-0, and I won't send it over the fence."
Yeah, I just watched the pitch. Okay, I just watched the play. He threw a fastball 47 miles an hour. He threw a fastball at 47 miles an hour over the plate. How am I not supposed to crush that? They were up 15-4, top of the ninth. Nobody on base with a 3-0 pitch, and he throws a softball. He literally
a BP pitch.
Yeah. How do you not take that? I don't want to hear about no respect for your opponent. I don't want to hear about no respect for the game. I don't hear about no unwritten rules. If that pitcher is he's literally phoning it in at that point. You knock that shit out of the park. You make it so that you make it so that he never pitches like that again.
Numbers get you paid in the bigs too.
Yeah, no one's going to remember.
Counts.
No one's going to remember that he did this up 11. Everyone's going to remember that he just hit a home run. No one gives a shit.
Yep. You're going to think like at the end of the year, oh man, that Mercedes rookie, he hit 20 home runs, but man, that one he hit.
That one, yeah.
That's asterisk, man. It should only be 19. That was bull crap. Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, Derek Sock is also here with us today.
Yeah. So I learned all of my baseball techniques and tactics from Kent Murphy. And if you're not hitting fucking dingers, then what the hell's the point even going out there? All right, and
he was a Tiger, right? I don't know. I don't remember who this guy is.
He's not anything except for he made silly videos. No,
that guy. Okay.
No.
He made silly videos where he's hitting dingers. Dingers is home runs, and he's hitting dingers, and he fling that thing in there. It's Kent Murphy. That's what I know about baseball,
dude. I got heated. I don't know.
Clearly, from a sport that's not even important. That's weird.
Well, it's not important, and you're right.
Look, the weird thing is the NFL draft happened, which meant that actually we're so far away from the NFL draft that rookie minicamp happened. NFL season's started, guys. There's no other sport going on right now.
Well, you're wrong.
Yeah,
because
NBA playoffs starting right now.
The play-in games are right now. They're on in like 15 minutes. Well, actually, one's on right now.
First one's done.
And
Indiana's up.
Zero idea.
And the NHL playoffs have started.
But that's the thing, though, Derek. This year's NBA playoffs would actually, I think, intrigue you for what they did this year compared to what they normally do. So instead of the top 8, so normally it's top 8 seeds make it from each conference. And then this year they decided to do a play-in tournament. So now seeds 7 and 8 and seeds 9 and 10 play each other in a play-in game. The winner of 7 and 8 gets the 7th seed. The loser of 7 and 8 plays the winner of 9 and 10, and then those two play each other for the last spot in playoffs.
The 8th spot.
Okay. The thing that annoys me the most about pretty much every sport is a series. That's what bothers me the most about every other sport, really.
About playoffs?
Yeah. No. A series.
Oh, like baseball has their series.
Yeah, Golden State Warriors, they beat the shit out of the Cavs the first game. The Cavs can play again tomorrow. What the fuck are you talking about? Play one game. Play your best game.
Money, baby.
I know. There's a reason for all that stuff, but it's just ridiculous.
Speaking of baseball and of Cleveland and of all that, full stadiums, no mask, June 2nd, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Haley was
maybe.
telling me about that.
Maybe.
No, it's happening.
You're talking about in Ohio.
Yeah.
I have to go to that dictatorship up north.
Yeah, you're not getting.
Hey, I was just there. I was just there Saturday. Don't wear a mask.
Yes, you were.
Stadium.
Oh, nice.
You didn't have to wear a mask. They were only at 20% capacity though.
Yeah, well, full capacity. We'll see if the Lions are able to do so.
But okay, so like normally I've been up to Detroit for Tigers Indians games. I've been to Detroit for Tigers whoever games just because I've gotten tickets, and then I've also been to a Lions game with you. The streets right there, Hockey Town's not open, by the way, which I found extremely weird. On a Saturday.
Don't the Red Wings suck?
Yeah, but Hockey
Yeah,
Town's
but
open
Hockey
all year
Town's
round.
legendary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then normally the street, like during Tigers games, the streets between Ford Field and Tiger Stadium is full of vendors and people selling food and whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, ghost town. Absolute freaking ghost town.
I cannot
We got up there, like you could get in an hour and a half before,
Mhm.
and we were there 2 hours early, and we're like, yeah, we'd stop, grab something, while we're outside the stadium. Nope, not a thing, not us. And then the only thing that was going on is there's that like rooftop bar that's right beside the Tiger Stadium, and that was jam packed, so that was like pointless to go into. But like it was a freaking ghost town.
I'm
And it
excited.
was beautiful.
I'm
It was
excited.
it was like 80 degrees and sunny.
Yeah,
Week 1, I'll be in Detroit, so that'll be nice.
I am so excited for June 2nd. I cannot wait. I'm probably not going to go to the game because it's a freaking Wednesday, but
What are you talking about?
That's
the
what
game,
play.
Indians game.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
One of
first
their 900 games.
yeah, but it's the first day of full stadiums. First day.
So for the next
like
5
opening day.
games, yes, for the next 5 games, baseball stadiums will be filled, and then you watch, and they'll be at 40% capacity, like every MLB game,
More or less. So I think the Pacers game just finished up, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it was like 144 to 121 or something like that.
144 to
160.
117.
Yeah,
The Pacers fucking dominated these guys.
and they were missing like 2 of their best players.
Yeah. I mean, holy shit. I hate this. This is stupid.
The thing I
Whatever.
like about
Doesn't
that,
matter.
the thing I like about that playing though is it puts them gives a little sweetener if you get a top 6 seed, because you pretty much get a week off after
Yeah.
a 82 game season. You get to sit and rest and let these 2 teams beat each other up for another week.
I like it because it adds a little bit of flair to the beginning of the playoffs. It's not just like you're just right away into what are they doing? A 5 game? Are they doing 7 all the way through?
All rounds.
So you're not jumping right into a 7. There's intrigue and there's suspense built into the front.
Yeah, there's they did it
playoff.
last year in the bubble. It's elimination. Yeah. It's an elimination game atmosphere before the playoffs even start.
Yeah, and I do like that. I do kind of think it's kind of stupid that they're doing it for the 7 and 8. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends, because I feel bad for, like, let's say the 8 seed is the one that loses, and then they play the winner of the 9-10 seed.
They get no shot though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Let's say they lose to the 7, and then they play the winner of the 9-10 game, and then the winner of the 9-10 game wins. Like, you were just in the 8th seed, and now you're out of the playoffs.
Well, it's just like the NCAA tournament, the first 4.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
You technically made the field, but you didn't make the field. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I get annoyed when they put the 16 seeds in there, the teams that won automatic bids through their conference tournament, and they put them in play-in games. Like, I can't stand that. Like, the play-in game should be the bigger school. Like, the very last 4 teams that they wanted to put in the tournament should be like your first 30. Like, you got your top whatever seeds. But if you had an automatic bid, you should not be in those first 4, because you earned that right to play in that field of 64, where those other big schools, they played Power 5 schools the whole year and had plenty of chances to win. That's always the only thing that's upset me about that. But we can do that for another day.
I mean, we're already deep into what Derek doesn't like. So Albert Pujols gets signed to the Dodgers for the rest of the season. He looks good in Dodger blue to me. I mean, I don't know if he's going to do much there.
He's fat and old. Move on.
Yeah, exactly. So now we'll get into things that Derek does like. Well, with a caveat, because we're going to talk about the Packers again. Blake Bortles signs with the Packers on a 1-year deal.
God, he is. He's a prodigy.
Lions fans right now.
I'm so happy for the Packers. I think they got a really good quarterback. I think that he should probably start day 1.
Yeah.
He's probably the best quarterback they've had since Favre.
Probably.
Oh, I mean, he's got the mobility. He's got that pinpoint accurate arm.
The most manliest, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. You don't have a name like you don't have a name Blake without.
He's
being
loved by his family, which is not something they've had for a while in a quarterback.
And his family loves him back.
Yeah, and it's just
The
He
team's
loves
gonna,
his
the
family.
organization's gonna love him. He's not gonna whine and complain about every single thing that's done.
right.
He's not
Yeah.
gonna go host TV shows.
He's in there. He's in there to learn the playbook. He's in there to grind, and he's in there to win games.
He's a
That's what
team
in there
first,
for.
Yeah.
team first player, man. You
Nose
gotta
to the
love
grindstone type of player.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
I mean, it's a great signing, and I hope them all the success that would come with a signing like Blake Bortles.
well, yeah,
So genuine.
it's so genuine. It really is. Okay, so
That might be the nicest thing Derek's ever said in his life.
well,
I
that might be the nicest thing that he's ever said about the Packers.
I think they're making smart moves, baby. You know,
Did you watch PMT?
of
Or did you
course I
listen?
did. I just got all of the highlights of it.
Oh my god, dude.
Your
Dan
boy
Campbell
Motor
is
City Dan
a-
Campbell.
He is a fucking gem, and I love him.
PETA sent him a stuffed animal of a lion.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Okay.
So
Yeah, go for it.
Dan Campbell said that he has brought it up to Sheila, and he would Sheila Fordham,
Yeah.
the owner. He's like, I'm totally for having a pet lion that I walk around at practice and on the sidelines with. Like, he wants a pet lion to keep around, and he's like, I might lose my arm, but I'd give up an arm for a Super Bowl.
But I'd give up an arm for a Super Bowl. That is exactly right.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And everyone's just loving it. And he goes, I don't know if PETA will really appreciate it, but so PETA in good, one of the things that they've done where everyone's like not shitting on them is they sent him a stuffed animal. And I can't remember what they called it, but yeah, Dan Campbell's just he's a soundbite kind of guy.
He
Oh,
is, dude.
um,
He's amazing.
My Lions friends, we were just talking about it. You know what? The Rams have been on Hard Knocks, have been on this and that so many times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's doing is putting cameras on the players, on the team, organization, drawing eyes and ears to it. And people talk about the Rams. Now, they are a good team. Let's give them that.
Yeah.
But we got Brad Holmes from the Rams. He understands that. The Lions organization has been the most transparent that they've ever been, really, probably.
It's because Dan Campbell doesn't have a filter, but go on.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is Lions, just volunteer for Hard Knocks, man.
Right?
It might be the most tuned into Hard Knocks ever.
I'm waiting for the first time the Lions, under Dan Campbell, the first blowout loss, the first game that they should have won, but they made too many mistakes. I'm waiting for after the post game interview rant, they were who we thought they were. I can just see Dan Campbell having one of those but he's just saying all these things that are just like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Oh, I know. Well,
So didn't break enough kneecaps out there.
So here's the thing, Saints fans. Here's the thing, Browns fans.
what do you want?
I'll give Lions get screwed over by the refs probably more than any other team.
Oh my god. Here we go.
I'm waiting
Here we
for
go.
it to be like maybe a prime time game.
Dude, Dan Campbell might lose his spot. I mean,
And
might throw this
he chokes one of those guys out while punching him in the face,
Goes and tackles one of the
Yeah.
officials.
That's what I'm saying.
He's gonna come out from the sideline, from behind two of his coaches, because they're trying to push him back, and he's gonna dig around them, and he's just gonna waylay on one of those refs, man.
So you know how Sean McVay has a get back guy that just follows around and pulls him back?
Right.
Could you imagine trying to pull Dan Campbell? What if he has one of those guys? Let's get a gorilla to pull him back here.
Yeah, your strength and conditioning coach is going to have to do that for you.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what else was going on in there. Oh, he also said, listen, guys, I understand that you're legally not allowed to bite off kneecaps. Now, when you're in the bottom of a pile and no one can see what's going on, that's a different story.
A lot of shit happens at the bottom of a pile.
A lot of shit happens at the bottom of a pile.
Yeah.
But it was the lion thing that got me. He was like, I want a pet lion. I want him on the sidelines with me.
Yeah.
So I got to thinking about
if only Joe Exotic wasn't in jail.
I know, right?
There you go.
What name would you give the lion? If it was up to you, what would you name the lion? You get they give Dan Campbell a 6-week-old lion cub. You know it's a male lion because it's gotta have the mane. So what do you name him?
I mean, do you go novelty like the mascot, whose name is Rory?
No,
Rory with a Y.
I wouldn't name him. I wouldn't name him after a mascot. That's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. I think that's something we should definitely. Let me think about that one because I do like that question,
okay.
But I don't want to say some bullshit and it's and then later on I think it's something better.
Okay.
I mean, you could think of like a Ford car or something like that. You could probably name it. I mean, I don't
call it a Cobra.
You can't call it a
Mustang. Call it Shelby.
Something, if it was a girl, you could call it Shelby.
Yeah. Okay. So, what did you guys pay attention to any of your rookie mini camps? I'm guessing everyone started at the same exact time. Did anything come out of your guys' rookie mini camps? Because I read a lot about how the Lions rookie mini camp went, and I want to talk just briefly of that. And I didn't know if you guys knew.
All I know is that Newsome and Joke are just flat out just killing it in camp. They were impressing everybody. That's all. I mean, that's pretty much all I saw.
Only thing I've seen in Steelers is Najee. Everybody's loving Najee, and he's until looking like a stud.
Yeah, until preseason game number 1, that's all you're gonna hear about.
Yeah.
Well, Sewell got COVID, and he was not at it. So, we only had three offensive linemen at this rookie minicamp. With all the restrictions, we could only have a certain amount. We didn't even have a quarterback, so the coaches had to be the quarterback.
Mark Brunell was in there, right? Just slinging passes.
He did, but it was actually the offensive quality control coach, and I can't think. But he was a college quarterback, and apparently he has a nice arm still on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I was going at. No one really impressed too much. There's obviously everyone's going to have like a highlight or whatever.
Right.
The main thing is the media. He invited the media in, which
is awesome, by the way. I love that.
Yeah. So on the very last day, he invited the media in, which is something that they haven't previously been able to do so. And something they mentioned was, first of all, the coaching was positive. It was energetic, but also positive. A lot of corrections, a lot of positivity going around, and all that. But what they liked was not the norm. You know what I mean? Like at the towards the end of practice, they did something, and then they did like right in between one drill and their 7-on-7. They ended the practice on 7-on-7. They did challenges. So a cornerback challenged St. Brown to a 40-yard dash. So they raced. That was just a go ahead and challenge. We had 3 offensive linemen and I think at least like 3 defensive linemen. And what they did is they lined up like 2 to 3 garbage cans upside down. They got a 55-pound medicine ball, and they have to throw it over the. They played pretty much like and they played like tennis. I guess is what I think they called it. And there was allowed 1 bounce before you had to pick it up and then throw it back over, and like just the weird competitions that the guys they were all panting afterwards. But
I was gonna say
they had fun.
It's fun, yeah, it's still fun, but they're still getting their conditioning in, and it's competition. So
finally, they're gonna probably. We might be a destination just strictly based on our coaching.
You might be, and that's fantastic.
Good problem to have.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
Sure.
So from one up and coming coach to another up and coming coach.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer. He
I thought
obviously
we were talking about me.
I mean, are your girls playing basketball right now?
We will be here in about a month.
There you go. Really?
Well, not even a month. Yeah. I think we have Finley camp at the end of the month already. In June, July. Oh yeah.
Well, this is also May, so
it's also like May 18th too. So
yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so Urban Meyer was talking about Travis Etienne at their rookie mini camps, and he had Travis play as a wide receiver the whole time.
Yeah.
Said that worst case scenario, they have a running back with great wide receiver skills. Best case scenario, have a hybrid player who can do both. Is he just trying to turn the Jacksonville Jaguars into the Florida Gators?
Nope.
And he's getting his Tebow, so he's got that back, right? And then he's trying to turn Travis Etienne into Percy Harvin. Like, is that what he's trying to do?
No, I think he's trying to. I think what he's trying to say, he worded it terribly. Travis Etienne is going to be a running back, but who was starting running back for the Jaguars last year? James Robinson, who was 1,000-yard rusher as a rookie.
Yeah.
So you have a workhorse in Robinson, and Etienne is a high caliber player who can make big plays. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to develop his wide receiver skills, where you can turn him into a la Le'Veon Bell with the Steelers, where he sometimes lines up in the slot and just runs a slant or whatever, or you can, why not work on his pass catching ability? He's not going to get a whole big workload probably this year, because obviously they don't want to run him into the dirt while they have a guy who's going to do it himself.
Right.
And they have to pay James Robinson a hell of a lot less money because he's an undrafted free agent.
So, I was gonna say he's an undrafted free agent, so you got him on the cheap for however long his contract is. But you know that when that contract is up, you're gonna have to pay him, especially if he has another great season this year. My thought though is that with Travis Etienne and James Robinson, you got that 1-2 punch now. Wouldn't you want Travis Etienne to be at least working on his running back, like working on his
but you can do that. I mean, he's been a running back his whole life. I mean, he has the running back skills. I mean, I'm sure they're going over, what gaps to read and blocks to read, and when to cut here, when to do this. But you got to also remember, he's the 1-2 punch, but now he's the third down running back, probably for Jacksonville, which typically they're going to be throwing the football. So they're thinking ahead of what skills is he going to use first in his career, and it's probably going to be that scat back, slot receiver, third down running back, catching screens, playing in the slot, it's Jacksonville. They suck. They need athletes anywhere they can get them. So they're probably telling him too, hey, this will get you on the field more. This will give you a chance at more touchdowns, which means more dollar signs. So I'm sure Etienne's fine with that. I'm sure he ain't going to complain too much.
He said that the night that he was drafted, he talked with Urban, and this was the plan all along. Urban told him that when he came down for rookie mini camp, that they were working on his wide receiver skills. And that was just so it's been a plan this whole time. I just thought it was funny because when I first read about this, literally the first thing I thought about was Percy Harvin, because like he would run those jet sweeps, and then he would obviously he would do he would be in the slot and run his routes and stuff like that. But then he was also a problem in the running game as well. And like you said, Travis Etienne is definitely not going to be their main back. It's going to be James Robinson. So he's going to be that gadget guy or that, special package guy. So he's going to have to work his way into the main offense. And that might be the best way to do it, is to be that special guy. I like it. I really, honest to God, I cannot wait to watch the Jaguars on the field. Like, I want to see what he does with this team. Now, I don't think they've officially signed Tebow yet either. So
not officially.
Yeah, that might not be a thing yet, but even if they don't sign him, I really want to see what he is able to do with this team.
So maybe I'm just looking for reasons to not like what Urban's doing.
That's not surprising.
This to me was a bad decision, and because rookie minicamp, he needs to learn his plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you get the whole team together and James Robinson is there,
mm-hmm.
then he can learn his other plays, but he needs to learn the running back plays because we learn in the NFL constantly. A lot of times you're one play away from being the starter. So he's been fucking around in the slot or, doing all this shit and he doesn't know the plays as well. I'm not sure. I'm not saying he's going to have absolutely no idea. He's a freaking professional. He's going to learn a playbook.
Right.
But you need to be the running back, learn the plays, and then when you have the other running back, you can take reps with the first team doing other shit that James Robinson wouldn't be doing. Like, there's just so much that Urban's doing that I'm not a fan of. One of them is taking a running back in the first round when you already have a 1,000-yard rusher on the team.
But I mean, if his plan was to do this the whole time, you would have to think of this more as a hybrid wide receiver.
Sure, man. Hey, prove me wrong. But right now, I am really low on the Jaguars.
Can we also remember one thing? It's rookie minicamp.
So what you missed was me saying for rookie minicamp, when James Robinson isn't there, he should have been learning running back plays in the running back position. When James Robinson is there and you have a running back, then I would, then it would make more sense to kind of make him more versatible.
How many rookie running backs, do they have? You know what I mean? Like,
is
he the only one? Like, do they have? They probably. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of receivers either,
right?
So they're just like, hey, this group's got a bunch enough here. One more will, you're the only one this way. I mean,
they didn't draft any other running back, did they?
I don't know. I'm guessing not.
And then you sign under, you sign free agents and this.
When you bring in guys for rookie mini camps all the time.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you were only allowed to bring in 5 extra guys that weren't under contracts and stuff like that. But yeah, you kind of fill it out. You kind of try to make a team. I get that he might not have been the only running back. I'm just saying he's going to be a running back for them.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of bringing in extra guys during rookie mini camps, the Jets brought in Kelvin Benjamin, and then during rookie mini camps, and then they signed him to a 1-year deal afterwards as a tight end.
Oh, they signed him under a tight end position.
Well, yeah, because he's too fat to play wide receiver.
I was just saying, didn't he get fat or something?
Yeah, he hasn't played since 2018. But they brought him in during the rookie mini camps, and he impressed. I mean, he was doing really well. But he definitely will just be nice here. We'll say he sized up to a tight end.
But I won't hold my breath for him. Maybe he's not a good teammate. He's not a professional.
Not at all.
He's gonna
perfect for the Jets.
Yeah, I say he's gonna be just fine in New York. But if he had trouble being a professional in frickin' Charlotte, Carolina, or wherever the heck in Carolina he was, what are you gonna do in New York City?
Yeah. He had 1,000 yards his rookie year.
Yeah,
and then it was just downhill from there.
Didn't get along with Cam. Didn't get along with a lot of his teammates.
Yeah, and I don't think
fat.
I don't think he's gonna get along with Wilson either. Either that.
I think he's a guy that just doesn't get along with anybody.
He might have changed his attitude. It's been this year will be 3 years since he's played. So maybe
unless you tell me he's been going to therapy and freaking seen a guru or something, I'm not buying it. It's the same old Kelvin Benjamin. I won't hold my breath on him doing something this year.
Guys,
but him being a tight end might help that.
Maybe this humbled him a little bit. That's always good. Guys, one thing that Kenny and I spoke about last time that we recorded, and then the very next day they dropped the schedule. So let's talk a little bit about the schedule.
Yeah.
The 5. Let's just go strength of schedule, and this is going to be based off the opponents their opponents win totals off 2020. So
I got
do you
something
get
to say about the fucking strength of schedule? But go on.
Sure, because I know that you are somehow talking up the AFC North.
Somehow,
But the NFC North has 3 in the top 5. AFC North only has 2.
Yeah, but the AFC North has all 4 of us in the top 10.
Lions are even in the top.
Yeah,
but not top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so the toughest schedule in the NFL goes to your Pittsburgh Steelers there,
Yes,
Nicholas.
Yes, sir. Which I thought that when we were going over the over-unders, when you kept saying these teams, I was just like, Jesus, like this is gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But good news does come. The Ravens have the very next.
Roethlisberger got hurt. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you don't watch football if you don't know that he's got some juice left in him. All right, Cam Hayward.
Okay, cool.
That's why that's a quote. Okay, and then it goes Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings. So, I mean, hello, man. NFC North, black and blue division. Now, this is what I think is funny. And this is a little bit of bullshit. Let's go to the easiest strength of schedule for the bottom 6 because there's a tie.
Yeah.
So let's start, top of it. Denver and Miami have the same strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's 5. That's the 5th easiest, tie for 5th.
Right.
Yep.
This is the bullshit one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
This is some bullshit.
This is,
but
I think
good division they're in.
I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
This has got to be the easiest post Super Bowl winning schedule in the last 20-25 years.
Yeah, they already I think it was the day it got released when they showed the strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They had it on ESPN, and it said it was like the first time in the Super Bowl, in the Super Bowl era, that after winning a Super Bowl, a team has had, or since they started doing strength of schedule or whatever, that a team's had that easy of a schedule after winning a Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah. It should. Then it goes Atlanta Falcons. I think they're going to have a real long, rough season. I mean,
I don't care. They could have the easiest schedule in the whole world, and they're not getting 6 wins.
But they also might surprise you due to the fact of how easy it is. Now, Dallas Cowboys is the next one, and then the Eagles.
Right. Well, NFC East.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, it's just a shit division, then they get.
Is this reward for? Wait, no. They screwed over the.
Division.
No. Was it? No. It was the Eagles. Dallas screwed over the Eagles, right?
In the draft.
Yeah, because they traded up with the Giants.
Well, the Giants jumped the Eagles for
Devontae Smith. Yeah.
Yes, and apparently the Eagles were just irate.
Oh, I love every second
of
that.
Next time, be aggressive, bitches.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear about the whole thing with you remember how everybody was giving the Raiders crap for the Alex Leatherwood pick?
Yeah.
At 17, him being the reach and all this stuff. Well, apparently he was there outside of Sewell and the kid from Northwestern. He was their favorite lineman, or he was like the guy the organization all liked or whatever. But apparently them picking him at 17 was due to misinformation, because apparently they were told that the Ravens wanted to take him in the first round, so they didn't think that he would be there by the time the second round rolled around. Well, apparently, that people get their hands on the Ravens had him listed at like a 3rd round rating, so the Ravens had no interest in him in the 1st or 2nd round.
How beautiful!
How do you get that messed up?
Yeah,
because the Raiders organization, they hired an analyst. I'm glad that the Lions didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Mike Mayock was always saying ridiculous stuff when he was on TV.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Louis Riddick, though, like I mean, he can be biased sometimes, but I mean, Louis Riddick also played in the NFL.
True.
So that,
Yeah.
I mean, that makes it that. I mean, it's not like you're hiring, Mel Kiper to go in and, be your GM or anything. But I mean, I think Louis Riddick would have done better than Mike Mayock, but he wouldn't have hired John Gruden, first of all. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. You got misinformation. Like,
That's a really good nugget right there. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and it's not even like, oh, we had him, late second round. If he was there, we would have picked him up there. It was third round. You had no business getting him in the first round because he was still going to be there for you. That's just, he might have still been there for you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you take there was a little bit of a run on offensive linemen.
Right. And Mayock saved his butt, made a good point. He was just like, sometimes, that's the draft is risk reward. Nobody knows, until we play football.
That's very true.
If he made the point that the coaching staff, the administration, and all the executives all were on board with that pick. So he goes, I don't care.
Could be the next Hall of Famer. Who the hell knows?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
freaking Trevor Lawrence could do absolutely nothing his entire. Who the fuck knows, man?
Or he could be the next Andrew Luck.
Exactly.
Look good, but then be hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Could be that. Well, I mean, that's going to be probably Joe Burrow.
He is 100%. There was a tweet today.
Yep.
From
He
Shefty.
will be he's already, or he will be by week 1.
Well,
he's
he'll be
working
ready to
towards
roll.
it. Yeah.
He'll do training camps and stuff just on
real light. Yeah.
Right.
He is ready to get hurt again by week 5.
That's right. All right. So you wanted to talk about top 5. I don't have top 5 games. I do like the week 1. Like what I'm saying is like looking it over, like I pick a top 5 game now, for weeks 15 of this year, and who the hell knows, those teams are just absolute dog shit. It happens from time to time. I will say that the first week I really enjoy the Kansas City Browns game for the first one. I mean, that's a great game, but it's not, if I'm not mistaken, it's not primetime at all.
No, it's
how do you not make that one primetime? Who the hell's primetime that week?
It's 4:25. That's our time. Chicago, LA is 8:20 on Sunday.
Fucking Stafford, fat ass, taking up the primetime spot.
And then Baltimore versus Vegas is gonna be Monday Night Football.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
that Browns Chiefs game should definitely be.
So it's week 1 at Vegas. So this is gonna be at the new stadium. So
yeah, right.
I mean, that could be.
Yeah,
Nick, if you put some work in, let's go, man. Like, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 5 through 10.
Well, hold on. Let me just preface this real fast. Okay, so the assignment was to pick your top 5 favorite games from the season that did not include your team. So
because week 2 Lions have a nice one. Blake Bortles on Monday Night Football.
Blake Bortles is coming into town
in Lambeau. No, it's in Lambeau.
It's in Lambeau.
Yep,
Yeah, right.
Lions are traveling to Lambeau week 2 to beat Blake Bortles.
So all his picks will be without the Steelers, mine without the Browns, and then Derek's without the Lions.
Okay, so at 5 I had week 5 Bills at the Chiefs. A little AFC Championship rematch. I think that'll be a good one. It's at Kansas City, but I think that'll be a good one. At 4 I had Browns Chiefs week 1. A game I think the Browns can win just because they'll have that extra motivation to get a little payback for Mahomes, for the Chad Henne bombs last year.
It's gonna be a really good game, especially in Arrowhead. It's gonna be loud. Arrowhead is always loud, but I think Cleveland's coming in with a chip on their shoulder. They're real pissed off about the last year's playoffs. It's gonna be a fun game to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah. 3 I have Bills Buccaneers week 14. It's in Tampa. I think it's gonna be pretty fun to watch. If Bills, offense stays where it was last year, going against that Bucs defense all coming back. yeah, I mean, it could have been last year. I mean,
Yeah.
so I think that'll be a good one. Week 2, number 2, it's week 9. This is if Rodgers plays. So this is why it was tough. But I put Packers at Chiefs. Week 9, I think will be a fun one. And then of course, numero uno, it's week 4, Bucks at Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people.
Yeah,
Come on.
I definitely would have had that one.
That's my
for sure.
top. That's my top as well. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, since the schedule got released and Belichick saw Bucks, he's in the lab. He does week 1 through. He doesn't care. They
Week
1 through 3.
Week 4, the Patriots are gonna play their best. This is their Super Bowl right here. Week 4, they have to beat Tom Brady.
The house that Tom Brady built.
Yeah. So
or Belichick, which one?
The way that
Tom Brady, success afterwards says Tom Brady.
Yeah, the way that Tom Brady, he's on track to beat Drew Brees for the most passing yards in history this year. If he throws at the same rate that he was throwing last year, I think it was around like 260 per game or so, maybe 240 to 260, I think it was. Anyways, if he continues that trend and he's passing around 250 per game or 260 per game this year, he will beat Drew Brees for the all-time passing record in Foxborough, week 4. How fucking crazy would that be?
Belichick ain't gonna let that happen.
How
shut down Tom?
Yeah,
he'll bite
he's gonna run
for you.
Matt Patricia figured it out.
He's gonna run prevent defense the whole game. He's gonna rush 3. He's gonna have 8 back, and he's gonna run on us. I don't give a shit. You're not passing the ball.
Yeah, but that game is so. I mean, well, what was it? As of right now, the cheapest ticket to get into that game is $1,500.
It's over $1,000.
Yeah, you can't get into that game for under $1,500 right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's more expensive than the Super Bowl, which is insane. That game is going to be the most watched game probably of the season up until the play or towards the end of the season playoffs come around. But that game, I mean, everybody's going to watch that game because everybody's going to want to see Belichick versus Brady.
Yeah, that is 100% correct.
Now the question is he going to get cheered or is he going to get booed?
I think that it'll be like a
they'll do both.
Mixture.
Yeah, it'll be like Manning. Well, no. Who was it? Damn it, I can't remember. There was a quarterback that came back to their old town, and like during pregame, everybody loved him. They were all getting autographs and pictures and telling him how much they appreciate what he did and then literally as like the game starts,
the game's kicked off,
and they are just they are just savage. I cannot remember who it was, but yeah, that's exactly how I think it's gonna happen.
You're gonna be in Boston, so
yeah, and they're not happy people.
All right,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead,
okay.
Kenny.
All right, so obviously we know what number 1 is. I think everyone's number 1 is going to be Tom Brady versus Belichick. So
it's not necessarily that I think it's going to be a good game. It's just the storyline.
Exactly.
I think it's my most favorite matchup outside of the Browns and everything that they're doing.
It's like Brett Favre going back and whipping the fuck out of the Green Bay Packers. That was nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with this is actually a terrible game, but it's one that I'm looking forward to just so I can see what Urban does. It's gonna be week 1, Jacksonville versus Houston. This couldn't be an easier fucking game for Urban to come out and just prove that he's got what it takes to coach in the NFL.
You're not wrong.
I actually had Jags Bengals week 4 as my honorable mention, just for the Trevor Lawrence Joe Burrows matchup.
Yeah, that'll be 2
shitty teams, but it's intriguing.
2 shitty teams. Yeah, 2 shitty teams, but 2 great quarterbacks as long as one of them is still standing. I have to find it because I can't remember what week it was. Here it is. Week 5. Week 5, Monday Night Football, Indianapolis versus Baltimore. This is going to be a good test for Baltimore, but I think Indianapolis has got a team this year, and they're going to be able, if they can beat Baltimore in week 5 on Monday Night Football, I think they have a chance to make a run in the playoffs. But if they can't get past Baltimore, then they're not. I don't think they're going to do too much after for the rest of the year. So that's what 3 so far. I didn't write any of mine down. That's my downfall. I know.
Child's play.
Totally.
I know. Amateur hour, 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me, I can't remember him anymore. Pass, Derek. Say something real fast. He's not ready.
He's passed.
Not ready.
He passed on having sex with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's gonna be a no from me.
Yeah, that's just because
that's a hard no, sir.
That's just because he's on air. That's all. I don't know. Like there are
Bush League.
It is Bush League, but like I didn't write any of them down. I had like a handful, and I really think that Arizona. Where's the Arizona's game? That not that one. Arizona LA Rams week 4. There it is. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, that's in mine as well.
The way that Arizona's defense has gotten built up on the offseason, and the way that the LA Rams have kind of faltered with their defense. I'm not saying they're going to be a bad defense. I'm just saying that they've lost a significant amount of players in their secondary. I think it's going to be a really good game. And Kyler Murray playing against that defense, I think he's going to be able to do something. Which Kyler Murray playing in the NFL is just crazy to me. He's no taller than any of us. But I think Derek's taller than him, actually.
I'm taller than him.
What are you, 5'10"?
6'2".
No, you're not.
I am.
Oh my God, it's been so long since I've seen you in person.
Well, you always look up to me, so.
Well,
it's not hard for you, but
I look up to a lot of people.
All right.
You also got Bucks. You also got Bucks Cowboys week 1 too, which is another one I was debating. If Dak fully healthy, I like Dak though.
I like Dak too.
I don't like Jerry Jones, but I do like Dak Prescott. So
yeah. I like him. I like Dak. I just don't think it's not really gonna be a game, and that defense Dak is gonna be. If Dak doesn't throw 3 interceptions that game, you might as well just consider that a victory. Because
you got to remember, Dak Prescott was the leading passer in the NFL 2 weeks after he got hurt last year. So don't sleep on that Dallas offense. I don't care what defense they're going against. That Dallas offense is full.
Kellen Moore, baby, Kellen Moore.
Well,
right.
Yeah,
he's got it working. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Love Kellen Moore. So for mine, it seems like for me, it's mostly storylines that's kind of dominating my top 5 here.
Well,
so for me, my 5th game is going to be the Jags versus the Jets. Let's see it. Let's see 1 and 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's way late in the season. Who knows where they're at? Who knows if they're healthy? But I mean, Jags versus Jets, man, right there. For my number 4 game, Rams Cardinals. I think you spoke about it. I think it's going to be great. I think both of those teams.
I think Kyler does something. I think that's going to be a breakout game for him. I think he's going to be able to do something that game and just prove.
Yeah, he's going to run around fat staff.
Jesus Christ! I showed you the picture. Don't make me pull the picture back up.
Yeah, it's the Photoshop. So for me, number 3 is the Ravens versus Kansas City. And I think it's strictly because Jackson, he has to win. This is the last chance, in my opinion, for him to prove that he can beat Kansas City, that he can do anything remotely. So that's an important game, I think, for Lamar Jackson. Not necessarily the Ravens, but him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've already talked about it. Browns versus Kansas City, first week. I mean, right out of the gun.
Yep.
It's going to be a great game.
Yep.
And then everyone's number 1. I just want to I'm not a Tom Brady fan necessarily.
Right.
I understand greatness. I applaud it when I see it, which he is greatness.
Yeah.
But it would be really fun to watch him beat the Pats. I just think it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Or fun to watch the Patriots destroy it. Like either way, I don't want it to be close. I want it to be a blowout either way, and just for the storyline.
Well, it's not even just Tom Brady. I mean, Tom Brady is the main factor of the whole thing, but I mean, it's Gronk and AB also.
Right.
And I mean, he's retired and he's gonna stay retired. But could you imagine if fucking Edelman came back and went down to
there was all that talk,
but he's not going to. But I'm just saying, how fucking crazy would that be? But it's all three of them. It's AB, Gronk, and Brady, all going back to Foxborough. I don't think that there is any chance that
which the AB one part of it doesn't matter, but
no, but I mean, he did play.
Like what, 2 games?
Whatever. He was on the team. Doesn't matter.
Let's see. What do we have left? Okay. The only thing we have left is Nick. Yeah, let's do it.
Over unders.
Yeah, let's do it. We got the West divisions. Yeah. So we're not going to tell you guys. We're not going to tell you ours, even though you can just look it up if you really wanted to. But let's see what you think on your own. Seattle, in 9.5. Sorry, I better tell you the over under here.
Seattle 9.5. Under.
We both went over.
But I think we both said 10 feels right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The Rams are at 10.5.
Over.
Good pick.
Again,
Kenny did. They still got Aaron Donald. Still got
what do you mean? Still, I mean
10 feels right.
They've got everyone except for their safeties.
Right.
Plus a better quarterback.
Correct. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Well, hey, is he better than Jared Goff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not. Come on.
Come on.
I'm not over it. Like I'm not as low on Jared Goff as everyone else seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's not Stafford. All right.
No,
Arizona 8.
You see, I like Murray, Hopkins. I like the offense, but their defense, I don't know what the hell is going on with the defense, and I freaking can't stand Cliff Kingsbury. It's nothing to do with his coaching style or anything. I just think he is one of the biggest D-bags that I have ever seen in my life.
Just looking at him, it's straight appearance.
He's a pretty boy. I don't care if he played college football, and he could be one of the toughest guys you know. I don't care. I don't like him. Give me the under.
All right, it's strictly based off his fucking face.
Yeah, I don't. And you can say, somebody could say, "Oh, you're just jealous because he's better looking than you." I don't care. Hey,
whatever.
Dude, under.
Whatever. You don't need a reason to go under. It doesn't matter.
Hard. It's not very hard to be better looking than me, so you're not really hurting my feelings by saying.
Yeah. San Francisco. This is 10.5.
Over.
Yeah, buddy.
Winning the division.
Yeah, buddy.
I think they win 12 or 13 games this year.
Okay.
Fully healthy Jimmy G.
Stan, that's the thing. That's the
Fully
thing.
healthy Jimmy
They
G.
better fucking sit Trey Lance the whole season. As long as Jimmy G is playing up to par, they better sit Trey Lance the whole fucking year and let him learn. Do not throw him out onto the field in week 5 just for fucking because. Never mind. Go on. AFC
All right.
West.
We got Kansas City 12.
Remind me of who else is in the AFC West.
Raiders, Chargers, Broncos.
Over.
There he is.
So Vegas, Las Vegas, 7.5.
Under.
Raiders. Under. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. You went under. You differed from us on Arizona. You agreed with Kenny on the San Francisco. We all said over for Kansas City. We all said under for the Raiders. For the Chargers, 9.
Okay.
I know, right? I know.
Yep.
These Lions are fucking crazy.
And that's
I'm
why
trying
they're
to
so
think,
good.
Who did they take first round? The Chargers.
Give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
A lineman.
Was it Slater out of Northwestern?
They might have. If
Oh,
not,
shit.
but I think it was a lineman for sure.
I somehow just picked onto fucking.
Is Joey Bosa fully healthy? Give me the over. I think they can win 10 games. Extra game this year. Give me 10. I'll take 10.
Yeah, the extra game is really what's throwing it off.
Yeah.
Chargers. They went Slater. At
Yeah.
13.
Protect Herbert, who's going to be great.
Yeah.
They got good to decent receivers. I mean,
they got
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. They've got a good running back.
Yeah, I mean, you got Eckler. Yeah, and then Melvin Gordon. Is Melvin Gordon still there? No,
No, he is
Denver.
not.
He's in Denver.
Someone's
Austin
pissed off.
Eckler, yeah, no, she's just yelling.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll take over. I like Chargers.
Yeah,
I went under.
Chargers,
I went under.
Go Chargers.
And I do like the Chargers. I enjoy them, and you know why I do.
It's just hard that they're in the same division as Kansas City.
Yeah, but they only got to play them twice.
I know, and that's the thing. It's only twice, but it's still.
And then Denver, 7.5.
Under. Don't care what.
Yeah, whatever.
It could have been 2. I'll say under.
I'll tell you what. Kenny went over.
I did go over, but I went 8.
John Elway ruined the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
John Elway, the front office man, not John Elway, the quarterback.
Correct.
Well, there you have it, guys. We are going to keep this. I think we'll just keep it for the entire season.
Yeah. I'm not planning. I might put it into a different Word document so we have to see it every week. But now that it's completely filled out, we're definitely going to keep it, and we'll
bash how bad my guessing is.
Yeah. Well, guys, we have to do weekly picks.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
We have to do fantasy recaps.
Yeah.
For Nick and I's team. Dude. If you've got a fantasy league, Kenny, let us know.
We'll go over
that.
During the season, we might have a 3-hour show.
It's it could very easily do that. I
mean, and then look what we talked about. We've been going for an hour now, and we haven't really talked about anything.
Yeah, just bullshit.
Yeah,
just a bunch of bullshit. Bullshit talking.
Dude, I didn't even get
bullshit talking.
I didn't even get to talk about the NHL playoffs, man.
That's okay.
We don't have to. It's fine. It's just I love NHL.
I don't know. Playoff NHL hockey is awesome.
The best.
I will admit, everyone tells me, "Oh, you'll like baseball if you go to a game." I've been to games. Sorry, hockey. When you're live, it is so freaking amazing. It really is
so much fun live.
I've never been to an NHL game, but I've been to semi-pro and stuff like that. That's just fun.
Like you've been to a walleye game,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You think walleye games are fun, right? Go to a Red Wings game. The difference in speed, it's like going from FCS college football to the NFL. That's the difference.
Congratulations, Sam Houston. They won the title this year.
Good for them.
Okay.
Yep. No, so when I was 11, I think, maybe 10 or 11, we went down to Texas to visit my family down there. And my uncle got tickets to the Dallas Star game. It was the first NHL hockey game that I've ever been to. We sat 3 rows off the glass. And I had never really watched hockey before that. But there were so many fights. It was insane. And we were 3 rows off the glass. There was someone got checked into the boards right in front of us, and that whole thing just swayed.
Yep. I love it.
Oh my God.
And then people are beating on the glass.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's fantastic.
Like you can, and another good thing about going to hockey games live is you can scream things at other players and nobody cares.
And not only that, the players a lot of the times
yell it right back
during face off.
Oh yeah,
they're saying something. It is a great atmosphere. It's a lot of fun.
Atmosphere for sure.
for sure.
Charlotte loves the
I think it's time to wrap this up, as said by Charlotte. So.
All right. Well, that was this episode of the KD Sports Talk. Just a little bit of housekeeping stuff. We finally have our podcast out on all the major podcasting platforms, Apple, Spotify. Google is kind of screwed up right now for some reason. I don't know. I'm going to fix it though. But everything else is working perfectly great. So make sure you go like and subscribe and rate and review on all the podcasts out there.
If you like watching our beautiful faces, watch it. But if not, actually go to Spotify and listen.
We'll see us.
So you don't have to see us, and you can shut your phone.
I was always told I had a face made for radio.
Yeah, that is just the roughest compliment ever.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Yep.
It's fun doing this every week. It's something I look forward to. So we're going to keep going. And then it's only going to get better when the NFL season kicks off for sure.
Yep. And I might be up to something still, just so you guys know. Peace.
There you go. Peace.